Well, have a look at this, everyone. I wonder what you can make of this. It's the veil of the temple. The veil of the temple, right here in the chancel, our final picture in the chancel. Anne, would you like to tell us about this? This is quite again, a symmetrical one, like the one on the altar, isn't it?
I think it's really interesting that as it's installed here, it's actually facing the very first painting, which is the one of the Last Supper. So we have a table here. Again, this is the table of the altar. But if you look closely, the table of the altar itself has become the Bible, or the book of the law, as it would be in terms of the altar. So here is the law, the book of the law open, becomes the altar. Resting on it is the New Testament. Painted on the New Testament is Christ's wound. And you will notice too that there's a fraction of Christ's hand at the bottom of this image, and it's Christ's hand offering his blood. And then there is signs of some sort of flames coming from this book, and also this ripping of the veil. So the veil of the temple rips from top to bottom, from God to man. And as Christ dies, and as that wound is incurred, then in actual fact, it is this enormous and fantastic event of God opening the way for us. It's terrific.
It almost looks like a shawl,
Yeah.
Anne, doesn't it? It almost looks like one of those, a prayer shawl as well.
Yes, I did use this because it's the idea of the talith and the Jewish shawl, which has these to the tassels. And so I like the fact that the tassels, the talith, actually fix the altar, fix the book of the law to the frame of the painting. So it's very parallel to the first painting, in which the corners of the tablecloth of the Last Supper fix you at the corners of the painting itself. So the frame of the painting comes into your world. You're involved. You're very, very close to it.
Thank you, Anne. I don't know whether you know, but just to communicate and share with our viewers, the Greek word, and I'm sorry, it's beyond me at the moment, but the Greek word for torn, the tearing of the veil, is the same as when it's a rent, and it's the same as when Jesus is baptized in the Jordan and the clouds rent and a dove came down to say, "This is my son." And of course, the temple is torn in two after the centurion says, "Truly this was God's son."
Yeah.
It was a kind of like a bookend, just like that. Thank you so much, Anne.